I just think in order for this to be real, I'm just gonna have to record. I can't keep trying to think about what I'm gonna say first because I think I'm just gonna miss the complete point of everything that I was gonna say or that I wanted to say because I'm so focused on trying to say the right thing the first time. But honestly, as you can tell by the title of the video, this is gonna be a talk. And I feel like I need to just have this talk. Yes, I am done pretending. To and it's like today I didn't want to show up, right? Because I didn't want to record. And I've thought about, okay, why don't I want to record? Is it because I don't feel like it, there's not time today, or is it because I don't want to be seen? And it was because I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be here upset. I cried this morning, like big tears, looking at myself in the mirror. And the whole time I'm just thinking to myself, there's no way I'm recording today. It's my day off. And I'm just saying to myself, I just can't succeed. And it's so weird, this talk that I have to myself, because I'm realizing that the more I listen to my thoughts, the more I realize why I feel the way I often do. And I thought I've been listening to my thoughts, though, But it's like when I start to listen in, then I start to control my thinking. And it's the little moments that I haven't been paying attention to. So there's that. And another thing is I realized that I didn't want to be honest. And the honest truth is, today I wanted to just give up. I was done. I felt like I was just going to continue feeling like a failure for the rest of my day. And just let everything just cave in like it's been wanting to all morning since I woke up. And honestly, I don't really remember the moment where the shift really happened. But I do recall continuing to move just with my routine. And telling myself, not that it's okay, but just realizing that I needed to talk about it. And I said, well, I'm going to record. And talk about it that way. And I'm just going to be honest. And they're going to see me. And right now, I'm not happy. And, that's been a big thing for me in my life, being happy. And I know, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that because a lot of majority of the world is pretending. And, happiness can also be a mask. So, going through my life being happy and, you know, being a people pleaser, lying about everything, lying everywhere. Everywhere I went, I was someone that wasn't who I was, but it was who other people wanted me to be. And that became something that I identified with. I wanted to be who other people wanted me to be in some way. And I realized this early on in my life, though. And despite lying so much, oh my gosh, like, yeah, it was ridiculous. And it just made me hate myself more, because it was just like, I keep lying. I'm not a good person. I'm not. And I grew up, reading the Bible, having a home where it was important, the words we used. And, it was a strict home, but it was still, and it was regulated in totally different ways that a lot of other families are, regulated. But it's still just like, coming from that reality and looking at myself in the mirror, sometimes I just felt like a fraud a lot, even in my own culture, because it was so foreign to me. Like, I felt like I really didn't belong, but I did pretend well. And I pretended so well. And it is so, like, it makes me disgusted, but it's also just so, it's such a pattern of mine, pretending. Eventually I stopped lying, by the way. I started telling the truth, and, I realized that really did make people like me more. And I'd always been that person that I had to really be pushed to say something real or true, or to hurt someone. But, I realized I've been holding so much in my mind and my body of feeling like I've been wronged in some way, that I just became resentful and bitter, angry, and just stuck in my own fear of the future, because I was always worried about my own future, though. But it's just still like knowing that other people maybe won't understand me or hear me. But despite that, this is really not the point. I started telling the truth, and I didn't realize that was gonna make people drift away from me. I just became bolder, and I realized that, sometimes I will have to step on toes, and I will have to be someone that speaks up for myself, because I never was that person. And I felt so small because of that. But now I'm trying to speak up for myself and be treated as the person that I am. And it just seems as though I'm getting an odd reaction from people. And it bothers me, because I really want to feel like the people I'm around, that I love, that I completely want to devote myself to, like they want me. like I'm not a pest. Like, I'm not someone who is just like, oh, here she comes. It was just like, either way, I can't be someone who, like, you'll never be that is the truth regardless. You'll never be someone who is for everyone. Everyone is never going to just love you. You're never going to be someone that everyone loves, everyone likes, everyone agrees with. There's always going to be someone who disagrees with you, even hates you, like, and they may not even know you. And that's crazy, right? But it's just like, that is the truth of reality, and as well just of a lot of, experiences that people receive and are giving. And it's just at the end of the day, it makes me realize that, I just need to be honest with myself, because I can't go off of other people's standards, because I'm going to continue getting lost, But if I'm honest, if someone says, you're an asshole, you are an asshole. You talk, when you speak, you just make it seem like, you don't care about anyone. It's just, you just say it and it's harsh, and it just seems like you don't care about how the other person's going to feel. I need to take that. I need to take that and say, okay, be honest with myself. Do I want the consequence of other people feeling as if I don't care about them? As if their feelings don't matter to me? No, I don't want that. So I will adjust my behavior, still tell the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it is necessary to be very bold, or, to just rip the Band-Aid off. But for just general conversations, just general things of that sort, yeah, I feel like I should understand that. And I don't want to be a person that's just like, okay, I'm just going to be honest. Because all honesty isn't just like, okay, it's how you, like, feelings can get mixed into that. But it's just, I want to be a person that tells the truth, but also I want to be honest, but I also want to be loving. I want to know that the other person knows that I care, and even that it hurts me sometimes to try to correct them. But in any case, this is still not liked in some cases, and this is still disagreed with. This is still a bother. And I'm realizing I cannot consistently tell myself that I can give up, because I can't. I can't give up. I can't stop trying to love in the best way possible. Even if I was not given a good example of what love is, of what love can be, it is still my responsibility to find that out. And I've been looking for my purpose for so freaking long, and it's stupid to me because I felt like I was way too young to be thinking about that, but I have been. And I've just been realizing that it's not what I think it is. It's not a job. It's not money. It's not a relationship. It's not family. It's not any of that. Purpose. It's like, it is just a mode of being. And who I want to be for the rest of my life is not someone who makes other people feel horrible about themselves. But I don't want to be someone who doesn't speak up for themselves and doesn't tell the truth. I don't want to be someone who caves when the going gets tough. And I don't want to be someone who sticks things out for far too long because they're dedicated and just get lost. it the human experience is very interesting. For 22 years, I've realized a lot of things. And I am still so unaware of so much. And that terrifies the hell out of me. Because I can know only so much. Like, I'm just going as fast as I can. But at the end of the day, I just would like to say there are ways out. There are better ways to think about things. And even if your situation is horrible, even if you went through hell growing up, being homeless. I was homeless growing up from kindergarten to the 3rd grade. And it's just like horrible, like home fighting, violence. Violence. It's just like a lot of things. And it's like we carry these things with us always. And we choose to let it shape us in the way that we view them. And I cannot continue to I won't live my life bitter. I won't be someone who is consistently angry at the world, at people, at myself. And then there are times where, you realize you've been in bed for too long. This thing is breaking you down too much. And I may not be aware of all the lessons in my life that I'm still learning from. But yeah, that is it. Just know that it is okay eventually. And then eventually it's not again. And I think that that's okay. But it's just knowing that you are someone worth discovering with. Because you don't know either. You're still learning. And yeah, you have responsibilities. Yeah, you have things that you have to get done. But you're still learning. And you don't want to hate yourself while you're doing it. And I think that that's the main thing that I'm trying to get myself to understand. Despite everything. That I can mess up and be upset and learn and grow and still make it out okay. And even love myself. Even love other people. And I think that's important. So I'm just gonna let this go here because yeah, I think that that's all that I needed to say. I didn't write this down. I just came here, thought about it for a minute, but I didn't want to think about it too much because, overthinking and things. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.